This is the Healthy Business Podcast, the show for ambitious business owners who want to grow and scale in a healthy way. I'm Sarah Cook, and I'll be sharing with you tips, inspiration, and proven methods from leading business experts, entrepreneurs, and health and wellness professionals to help you grow your business with more income and having more impact, but in a way that works for you. Because when you have clarity and strategy, you can achieve the results you want. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about why it's important to take a break and the impact on our bodies that stress can have. Because when we don't take a break, when we don't give ourselves the rest that we need, the nourishment that we need, the energy that we need, then our performance is affected. Our results in our business are affected. The way we enjoy spending time with our families is affected. So, stress can have a huge impact on our bodies, both physically as well as emotionally, as well as mentally. So it can affect us. We can get sick, we can not sleep very well, it can impact our gut health. And 90% of our happy hormone, the serotonin, is based in our gut. So if we've got high stress levels, then that is affecting how happy we are, because it's affecting our gut health. It can affect our immune system, so we might be more susceptible to getting poorly. We can have emotional effects. It can affect our productivity, our energy levels. It can also affect our hormones, not just from a blood sugar perspective, but also weight loss and also how our body heals itself, how it repairs itself. So it's really important that we do take care of our bodies, but also that we start recognizing what our bodies need, how we can include all of the different four pillars of health within our day-to-day lives, just as much as it's important to build it in as success for our business. We know that high performance levels, high performance rates really impact our business, and health is a key part of that. It's one of the things that I'm seeing more and more is that health goes to the bottom of people's to-do lists, especially as business owners. We're juggling so many things. We're ambitious. We want to hit the results that we do. We want to be able to help as many people as we can. But we leave our health right at the bottom of the to-do list, don't we? And as I said, it's more something that I've been seeing more and more of recently. And I think whilst people are becoming more aware of it after the last 2 years with the COVID and pandemic, actually people are heading towards burnout. There is no real capacity for more, that people are still pushing. They want to get results in their business. And I totally appreciate that. However, what I'd love to challenge you on and to give you something to think about is that actually, if we're operating at our optimal levels, our business can grow exponentially. So if we're operating in our optimal levels, we are showing up in the best possible form that we can be: high energy, high creativity, high productivity, high excitement. And that has a knock-on effect on our business results. When we're feeling low, our energy is affected, our creativity is affected, our productivity is affected, and that has a negative impact on our business. So it's really key that we start looking at our health and really recognizing that it is okay to take a break, but also that a break might not be what you need. So today I'm going to share with you the four pillars of health and what you can do within each of those different areas. So two of the traditional things that most people know about and quite often associate with health are eating well and exercise and movement. But also there are two other pillars. So we have rest and restoration, and we also have sleep. And quite often at this time of year, those are put to the test, aren't they? They tend to be compromised. And sometimes even what we're eating, we're out doing social occasions, we don't necessarily eat what we're used to eating. We maybe have more high processed party foods, we're maybe drinking more alcohol. All of those kind of things can put stress on our bodies and therefore have an impact on how we show up, not just for our business, but also for our clients. So when we are at our peak health, we are happier, we are more productive. And it's really important that we look at all of those four different areas. So, look at exercise, looking at nutrition, looking at rest and restoration, but also looking at sleep and what we can do across all of those different areas to improve our well-being, but also to improve our productivity and our business results. So, when we're thinking about nutrition, obviously it's thinking about, the types of food that we're eating, making sure that we are nourishing ourselves in the right way. I'm not here to preach to you at all. It's more around an awareness as to the foods that impact your body, and you know your body the best possible way. So, the things that are giving you energy rather than the things that might be negatively impacting you. So, things like caffeine, things like alcohol, things like processed foods, we know all play an impact on our gut health and can impact our stress levels, our anxiety levels, our energy levels. So, really understanding what foods give you energy will really, really help you. Also, thinking about exercise, it can be really simple movement. It doesn't have to be, full on cardio. I know that I love my running and my yoga, but actually, it's all about movement. It's understanding what your body needs at that time. So it can be high energy exercise and movement. It can be low energy. If you're just starting out on your sort of movement routines, your movement practices, then really simple things like stretches, doing some dancing in the kitchen can have a massive impact. And also don't think that you need to do, 2 hours every single day. Actually, 5 minutes every hour can really decrease the impact of stress growing in our bodies. And that's what we're trying to do here. That's really the key is minimizing those stress levels. And stress isn't just about the mental stress, it's about the physical stress as well. Our body's kind of overworking. So, really thinking about what that looks like for you from a movement side of things. Now, when we're thinking about rest and restoration, and if I'm honest, this is one of the things that I have really struggled with because I'm so used to being kind of action orientated, moving forwards with things, and traditionally have been super busy, being hands on with so many things. But over the last few months, the last year or so, rest and restoration has become a huge part of my day, really, and having to make sure that I make time for it. But as I said, it doesn't have to be these big, impactful time slots. Little, small brain breaks, little, small day energy breaks can really have a positive impact. So it could be that you are just taking time out away from your screen. It could be that you are doing something mindful. You might want to go outside and just, watch the clouds. It might sound trivial, but actually having that brain break, just letting your brain calm down for 5 minutes is so important from a stress perspective. Then, when we're thinking about sleep, and as I said earlier, this is one of the things that tends to get compromised at this time of year. We're busy, we're juggling things, you might be having more social occasions, and sleep can have a huge impact on, our energies, but also on our stress levels within our bodies. So, if you're waking up feeling tired and sleep has been okay, then chances are that you're not actually getting enough restoration from the day before. So, whilst you might be sleeping really well, it might actually be those little restful moments, that little restoration periods during the day before that hasn't given you enough of the energy that your body needs during your sleep. And we don't want to be in a fight or flight situation where things feel rushed, things feel urgent, and things continue to pile up on us because that increases our stress levels. So, what we want to look at is how we can add those small little things, those little habits into our life to reduce the stress and to optimize our health, our vitality, and our business results. So we can look at this from kind of the five senses. So obviously, we have touch, we have sound, we have smell, sight, and taste. And if we look at, sight, the things that we're looking at, we can add these things into our everyday. So looking at pictures of nature, that's been proven to lower our stress levels. If you can be outside of nature, so much the better. But there's an amazing study which compared patients in a hospital with a view of trees versus a brick wall out of their window. And the ones that had the view of their trees had much lower levels of anxiety and stress levels. Their recovery time was much quicker and they were home earlier. So even something as simple as having a picture of nature, even if you can't be near, a window or anything like that, having a picture of nature can make a real difference. When we're thinking about sound, Studies have shown that when we're listening to sounds of birds and bird song, that people can recover from stress more quickly because it's taking us outside, it's taking us back to nature. Music can be a great way of changing your mindset, your mind state as well. Quite often you will find, different songs, you'll respond to them differently. So it might be a case of putting on your favorite music, having a little dance around, or if you're feeling quite stressed, then listening to some more mindfulness or some slower, more meditative music, especially towards the end of the day when you're trying to calm your brain down. Thinking about smells, we all know that we respond in different ways to smells, whether that's aromatherapy oils, but also types of food that you're cooking. How do you respond to them? Which ones improve your mood? Which ones, get your taste buds kind of, going as well? It's a really great way of tricking your brain into positivity. And that's really what we're trying to do here, is to increase more positivity into your day-to-day life, giving yourself those brain breaks from work, as well as the busyness of everything that's going on. And touch is the other sense as well. So we know that, whether it's being outside, even grounding 20 minutes barefoot outside on earth, going to make a huge difference. But even things like, the touch of the clothes that you're wearing, how they make you feel, your bed linen, how does that all make you feel? Because all of those little things, as I said, will really improve not just how you feel from a well-being perspective, but also from a positivity side of things. And taste. So taste can come in all sorts of ways. It could be that you are eating those foods. We spoke a little bit about the smells impacting your taste buds, but actually that real flavors that you're putting into your food, making food interesting, exciting. Maybe it's herbal teas instead of waters. Maybe it's about having more natural or plant-based foods that really improve your gut health, as well as reduce the anxiety and stress levels within your body and your gut. So thinking about the little things that you can do, that compound effect of little small changes from an everyday thing that you're already doing anyway. So when you're eating your lunch, could you be outside? Could you be looking at some nature? Could you have some sound that is playing in the background? But being mindful of all of this as well. Can you smell your food? Can you're touching it? What are you using to eat your food with? Thinking about those five senses can be a great way just to take those moments in your everyday that you're doing and really slow things down. We know, as I said, that stress impacts our bodies, not just from a physical perspective, but also from a mental and emotional perspective as well. And if we can find those small little ways to give our body a break, then not only will you see the results from a health and well-being and happiness perspective, but you will also be much more productive, you'll have more energy, and you will get those results quicker within your business. So hopefully that has been useful for you today. We've been talking about why it's important to take a break, why it's important to give your body a break, and potentially I've shared with you some different ideas, some things that you can try in your everyday to really focus on those four key pillars of movement, of nutrition, so what you're eating, rest and restoration, as well as sleep. Lots of things that you can do, and I cannot wait to hear how you get on. So drop me a message over on socials and Instagram and Facebook. I would love to hear how you got on with this, especially at what is a really busy time of year, and I wish you a calm one. It is important that we're still pushing for those results, isn't it? But you can do it in a really intentional way, and a way that gives our body the best performing chance, in a way that reduces your stress at the same time. So I will see you on the next episode. Have a lovely rest of your day. Thanks for listening to the Healthy Business Podcast. To get your free checklist with 1-minute hacks to accelerate your business and find out more about our community, head to my website, sarahcookmarketing.com/healthy business.